Hello and welcome back to section 4 of my Linux commands course. In this section we're going to be looking at the performance monitoring and statistics side of the commands. So the first command, open your terminal. The first command is a really simple one. All it is top. This will display and manage the top processes. You can see all of these are the processes, and this is the percentage they're using of the CPU at the current moment. To exit out of this, you press Ctrl+C, and then it'll allow you to type a new command. You can type clear to remove all of that information. There's an alternative to top, which is htop. I prefer htop. However, you will need to install it. So I'm just going to split this horizontally. So you're going to open a new terminal window, and all you need to do to install htop is type sudo space apt, so apt-get install, and then htop. Click enter and that will install htop. I've already installed it, so as you can see here it says 0 newly installed, but for you it will install. Once it's finished, just type clear. You could close out of that terminal window now, so I'll just close. And then all you need to do is type htop, click enter, and there we go. This is the alternative to top. You get a help guide if you press F1. There's a setup for F2, F3, you can search, etc. To exit out of this, all you need to do is the quit, which is F10. So F10. Alternatively, you could click Ctrl+C, but F10 and it will completely close out of it. You can type clear to remove all of this. And there we go. Now the next command is to display processor related statistics. So mpstat1. Click enter. This will display processor related stats. The same again, to exit out of this, all you need to do is press Ctrl+C. The next command, if you press up arrow once to go to mpstat1, change your MP to VM, and this is for virtual memory statistics. Click enter. So the free memory, the buffer, and the cache. Virtual memory is not the same, as normal memory. So I recommend you go and research what virtual memory is to get a better understanding of it. But if anyone asks you on a Linux terminal to basically display the virtual memory statistics, you would just type vmstat space 1. So press Ctrl+C to close out of that. And now the next command is to capture and display all packets on the interface of your choosing. Now this sort of relates to my ethical hacking course, but if you type tcp-dump-i, then your wireless card. Now if you've got a wireless USB adapter connected to your host machine, which is connected to your virtual machine, then you would type the specific card in. Now to find the name of the card, all you need to do is open a new terminal window and type ifconfig, and you will be displayed with all your interface devices, all your wireless interface devices. Now since I'm only on wired connected, ETH0 is my current interface. As you can see, it's got an internal IP address. If you've got a wireless USB adapter connected to your actual router, then it will be displayed as WLAN 0. So whatever card you're currently using, if you're using wireless, make sure it's WLAN 0. It could be WLAN 1, but just check by typing ifconfig. But in this case it's ETH0, so we're going to capture and display all packets on the interface ETH0. So it's tcp-dump-i ETH0. Click enter, and it's listening on ETH0. So this is basically capturing all the packets, as you can see here. So that's useful to know. This is just a performance monitoring command for the statistics, basically, of the internet connection. If I close out of that, as you can see, there's 11 packets captured. There's many different ways of capturing packets and many better ways. It's still useful to know for this course. However, if you are interested in all of that, so in my ethical hacking course, which will be on my website at a later date, if you purchase that one, that will teach you how to basically capture packets, capture information such as username and passwords, how to basically hack into a computer through many different ways, and how to hack a Wi-Fi point. There's many cool things within that ethical hacking course. Even in public, you can capture packets and username and passwords, but that's for the ethical hacking course. So if you're interested in that, recommend going onto the website and finding it and having a look if you're interested in buying that also. Now, with the TCP dump, you can also specify a certain port. So if you just type it's a speech mark or a comma, then all you need to do is type port 80, and there we go. So if I just zoom in, as you can see, it's not a speech mark, it's an apostrophe, port 80 apostrophe. So it's a single one, and then all you need to do is click enter, and that will basically only capture packets on port 80. So that's useful to know if in case you want to test a port, for example. The next command now, I'm just going to type clear, is LSOF. LSOF will list all the open files on the system. So these are basically all the open files on this current system. Now there's quite a few here. And because it's Kali Linux, there's a lot of packages to do with like Python, etc. However, if you are on just like a workstation one, which is like Ubuntu for like work, such as web development or just documents, etc. Because Kali Linux is not specifically made for that sort of thing, you will have more open files here, etc. in case you've got like text files saved and stuff like that. Now we can also list the files opened by a user, so it's LSOF-U user. Sorry, not user. I don't know why I'm typing user, because you need to specify the actual name of the user. So in this case it'd be root. And there we go. So these are all the files opened by me, technically, because I'm root. There's many different files here, and they can be opened even if you like download a package and install them. Technically that's opening them. As you can see here, there's many different files. So that's how to list all open files on a system, as well as specific files opened by a user. The next command we've already seen before, which is free-h, which basically displays free and used memory. So we can do that one again. Type clear. The next one is watchdf-h. So -h is just sort of readable, and this basically just monitors the disk usage. As you can see, the use is right here, so it's just the usage of each one. So I think that concludes the performance monitoring and statistics commands. Now there's many other different commands, however these are the most common ones I'm choosing, the most ones that if you work with a Linux system, these are the commands that you're most likely to use. So that concludes this section. In the next one, we will look at user information and management, which is a really useful section and an important part of Kali Linux or any Linux distribution. So I will see you all in the next section.